let's move to another topic. Satan is always telling us the opposite of what God says to do. And God, whenever he talks about population in the Old Testament and New Testament, is always that children are a blessing from the Lord and be fruitful, multiply, fill the earth. And yet we are constantly bombarded that people are the problem and that we're destroying the planet and so forth. And so you got to ask the question, who's right, who's wrong? It's just interesting. If God says one thing, it's not surprising Satan says something different. We want you to hear from the Vice President. We want you to see how this has infiltrated every area of life in our society. So just watch this.
And so we set an ambitious goal to cut our greenhouse gas emissions in half by 2030 and to reach net zero emissions by 2050. The investment we are announcing today will help us to achieve these goals, and it will do so much more. Because think also about the impact on not only the local economy, not only on an investment in the entrepreneurs and innovators from and in the community, think about the impact on something like public health. When we invest in clean energy and electric vehicles and reduce population, more of our children can breathe clean air and drink clean water.
17 UN global goals for 2030. And key to that is a reduction of the population of the world. How do you, if the Vice President was here, what would you say to her?
Oh, man. A lot.
I would say I can think of one way to reduce emissions. Stop emitting lies. That would be one way. This all goes back, I think, to Romans chapter 1, where Paul outlines in beautiful form how when we reject the clear evidence of the Creator in creation, we're left to ourselves. And when we're left to ourselves, we, he says, begin to worship the creation rather than the Creator. And this is all couched, this whole 17-point plan, how many ever there are, all couched around the planet. Everything is about serving the planet. Reducing emissions, reducing population, everything is about serving planet, Mother Earth, as they call it. And so this is really just the natural cause and effect. And it's a part of God's wrath, because part of God's wrath is abandoning people to themselves. And this is a part of God's abandonment, that we would leave God's order of creation and start serving the creation and reduce population. That's code for more abortions, by the way.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's euthanasia. It's all these nutty globalists. I mean, this is a part of their agenda, is reduce the population. The thing is, they're not going to reduce the population of the elite. They're going to reduce the population of people who are expendable, and that's you and me. Yeah. And they're going to do it in not very humane ways. I mean, just look at what the abortion, you name it. It's a very godless agenda.
Godless agenda.
God is pro-life. God is pro everyone having an abundant, fruitful life. These people in a certain political party is pro-death.